Hey, I'm professional poker player Nicky Numbers, and I'm going to talk to you today about the worst hands in poker. Now, a lot of what you've seen on poker on TV and in movies has looked something like this. You see a player sitting there with 5 cards in front of them. That is draw poker. Poker itself isn't actually a game. It's a category of card games that are played. What you're really talking about when you're asking about poker is No Limit Hold'em, the most popular poker game in the world. Unless you're very short stacked with 10 big blinds or less and you're moving all in pre-flop, then just having a single high card doesn't add a lot of value to hands. Suitedness and connectedness matters much more than just having a single large card in your hand. So hands like King 9 are extremely poor holdings in No Limit Hold'em because they can rarely continue past the flop, and very rarely do they make strong made hands like straights and flushes because they're barely connected and they're not suited. So another example of this would be King Deuce. Basically, cards that are offsuit and have more than one gap have the lowest playability in all of No Limit Hold'em. They can rarely comfortably continue past the flop. They don't hit big often. They hit big very infrequently. Like maybe one time in 50 did they flop 2 pair or better to make a strong made hand post-flop. Most of the time they're flopping 1 pair, and even when they do, they have kicker problems because the card that goes along with their 1 pair is pretty much never a good one. Other examples of hands like this are Queen 8, Jack 9, 4 Deuce, or 8-3. Hands like 8-3 or 7 Deuce or Deuce 4 that are offsuit tend to rank the lowest in terms of hand matchups. These hands rarely hit the flop hard. They're just the worst hands that you can play in all of No Limit Hold'em. And you're actually dealt a hand of this nature, offsuit cards with 1 gap or more that do not contain an ace, 47% of the time. That means nearly half the time you're just dealt 2 rags that you should go use for toilet paper or something because they're more useful that way.